Okay, so for the past week playing Souls RNG, I've been using a brand new macro called the Dolph Soul Improvement Macro. And I'm telling you right now, there are so many different features than Dolph Soul that are added to this macro that I'm gonna take you all through. And I've also got the macro download link to my Discord server down below, so if you wanna join that Discord, grab that macro for yourself. I'm gonna run you through everything, how to set it up, and how to make everything work properly. One other thing as well, there's been a lot of bugs with the Dolph Soul macro recently, and this improvement macro just fixes every single one of them. Like, I'm telling you right now, you won't experience one issue with it, and if you do, I think something's set up wrong. So feel free, if you want to reach out to me personally in my Discord server. Just mention me. I'm active all the time, so I'll see your message. All right, I've got this macro open now. Version 1.3.2 is what I'm using, but there's a 1.4 that just came out, which is pretty much the same. There's just a couple minor tweaks that they added to it. So we're gonna start with the main first. One thing you definitely want to have on is completing the obby every 2 minutes right here. I have the check for obby buff effect off because usually when your buff runs out, the star that gives you the buff hasn't actually spawned back on the parkour yet, so I just leave that off and get it every 2 minutes. They also have an option here for auto equip, so if you wanted to equip an aura for you every time you get a new aura, so you don't actually see what you got overnight. More of like a feature to surprise you after you've left your macro on for a really long time. And it's also good if your computer starts lagging from really big auras too. If you want to, you can keep that on, but usually I just leave it off. Now, item collecting. Collect items from around the map. I have this set to 1 to 7. 8 is currently broken right now. That's why there's a star next to it. And it should tell you right here in the spot status, new route unstable and currently in testing phase. So it's actually not working yet, only when you're in the windy biome, because the windy biome affects the trees and it needs to jump on the trees to actually get to that spot. Now we're moving on to the crafting section, which I usually leave blank, but you can make it automatically craft potions for you. So if you turn that on, you can see down here there's 3 slots and you can just ask it to craft potions for you while you're asleep. If you're the sort of person to leave your macro on for a very long period of time, I'd make it craft heavenly potion 1s and 2s. Because let's say you've gone somewhere for a week and then you return, you'll have a bunch of heavenly potions in your inventory at that point. You can also have it craft every certain intervals as well, so it doesn't interrupt with you actually collecting potions around the map, which is pretty handy. Now moving on to the webhook here, you can set up a webhook in your own Discord server for it to ping you every time you get a rare aura or a rare biome spawns. Also, your stats are over the side here, and I have used Dolph Soul for over 62 days now. And that's just running the macro, not just it being open. If you don't know how to set up webhooks in Discord, you'll find it under the integrations tab right here, and then there's your webhooks right here. Mine are called the Fiddler and the Toucher. Now moving on to the settings here, this is where you choose if you have the VIP Game Pass or you don't have it. If you don't have the VIP Game Pass, make sure to leave this setting off, because otherwise the macro is going to walk too quick and it's not going to collect any items. You can also ask it to auto-claim your daily quest for you, and it's got an Abyssal Hunter shifter mode, which is nice. For people that have Abyssal Hunter, that's just a bonus feature. You can also enable reconnect here, so if you want to reconnect to Roblox due to like an internet issue or something, it'll do it for you. All you gotta do is add your private server link code down here at the bottom. Now moving on to the extras tab. This is one that I personally do not use, but you can make it record aura rolls using Xbox Game Bar if you have that activated on Windows. Over here, you've got a configure biome setting as well, where you can make certain biome alerts either message in your Discord server or send a ping. So obviously, if I get a glitch biome, I make it send a ping so I can join my server if I need to. There's also an item scheduler here, so you can make it use certain items every amount of time. This merchant teleport one is going to be important, so you want it to use 1 merchant teleport every 1 minute. Make sure you have that activated. Also, make sure the merchant teleport's biome is set to any as well, so it'll use the merchant teleport even if you're not in a good biome. And finally, the merchant tab right here. This is where you enable the auto merchant and it buys merchant items for you. So here I've got Mari, where it buys a void coin for me at the amount of 1 every time that a Mari spawns with a void coin. And over here I've got the Jester, where it buys heavenly 2s, heavenly 1s, and oblivion potion. And using these auto merchants alongside everything else that I just showed you, it pretty much automates Souls RNG for you, so you don't need to log into the game at all. Just one thing you have to do when setting this up is go into merchant settings and configure all the buttons right here. So if I press highlight merchant click, it shows you everywhere that it's going to click on the merchant. So what I did, let me just show you real quick. I got 2 screenshots of Mari here. So I got one on her home screen and one in the actual Mari shop. All you're going to do with these screenshots is go full screen down here and it'll take up your entire screen. And on the merchant settings, click highlight merchant click and it's going to show you where it is going to click on your screen. So obviously for the merchant name OCR, you're going to want that to line up with the merchant's name up here. That's why the blue box takes up that entire area right there. All the other buttons are pretty much self-explanatory, but make sure you click save calibration down here, otherwise nothing is going to save. So yeah guys, that's the macro that I've been using recently. If you want to grab it for yourself, as I said, the link to my Discord server is down in the description and you'll see all the downloads there. Make sure to leave a big fat like on the video and subscribe to the channel if you're new. Bye bye.